Okay, next you are looking about the appendix. What do you mean by the term appendix? The term vermiform appendix comes from Latin word and means worm shape. So if you look the shape of the appendix, it is like worm shape. So it has come from it vermiform appendix, like worm shaped. The vermiform appendix is a blind-ended tube connected to the cecum from which it develops embryologically. So embryologically, if you look, cecum and appendix both have same embryological origin. So both have origin from same, okay, cecum and appendix. So if you look here, this is the part which I'm talking here. Can you see the cecum here? So you can see here the small worm-like part, what you're looking. That worm-like part, what you're looking, that is called as a vermiform appendix. The worm-like part, that is called as a vermiform appendix. So you can see the size of the appendix will range from 2 to 20 centimeter in length. So the average length will be about 11 centimeter in length. So the appendix averages 11 centimeter in length but can range from 2 to 20 centimeter. The diameter of appendix is usually between 7 to 8 millimeter. So diameter is about 7 to 8 millimeter in diameter. So this is where the location of the appendix is. So it lies in the right lower quadrant of abdomen near the right hip bone. So this is where the location of the appendix is. So this is the ninth quadrant of the abdomen you are looking here. Okay, so there are different position of the appendix. It is based on based on the different position they are named. Okay, so you can see here. See, the different position of the appendix are, the first we'll start from a clock. So you can see a clock here. So it is named according to the clock. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock. So the 2 o'clock is called as splenic. The splenic is again divided in pre-ileal and post-ileal. So if I draw here, see this is a, what you're looking, cecum. So this is the ileal part. Okay. So this is the cecum you're looking. This is the ileum. So if it lies in front of it, that is called a pre-ileal. If it lies behind it, it is called as a post-ileal. Okay. Then the next what you see, that is this position, promontoric. Okay. Next pelvic. 4 o'clock. Next, directly below it, it is called as a mid-inguinal. So you can see promontoric, it is directed to a sacral promontor, pelvic in position, mid-inguinal, straight to the midline. You can see mid-inguinal. Then in this side, if it lies, it is called 11 o'clock in position. That is called a paracolic. See, this is a colon. So lies on the either side of colon. That is called paracolic. If it lies behind it, you do with dotted lines, it is called a retro. Retro means always behind. So we call it as retrocolic in position. So these are the different position of the appendix. You have to learn the different position of the appendix. So you can see here, splenic, promontoric, pelvic, midinguinal, paracolic and retrocolic. So in this, the commonest one is the retrocolic. You see about 60% of the individual will have retrocolic position of the appendix. In the 30% of the individual, it will be pelvic in position. The next commonest is pelvic. So the commonest one is the retrocolic. The second commonest one is the pelvic in position. Okay, so next it's the applied anatomy of it, that is called appendicitis. That is inflammation of the appendix is called as appendicitis. The tenderness of the pain is felt in a point that is done by this, that is called as the McBurney's point. So McBurney's point is the point you mark from the umbilicus point. It lies between medial 2/3 and the lateral 1/3 at the junction of the medial 2/3 and the lateral 1/3, where the maximum tenderness of the appendix is felt. That is called as the McBurney's point. The pain of the appendix is usually felt in the umbilical region because of the same innervation, that is T10 segment. They have T10 segment. Umbilicus and the appendix have the same segment of innervation, that is called as the T10 segment. So this is about appendicitis. So you can see appendicitis, inflammation of the appendix is called appendicitis. Okay. This is about today's class. So in the today's class, so we have looked about all about the features of the large intestine, everything. So go through it all the features and read about characteristic features of large intestine. Then about the cecum, you learn about interior of the cecum and the different position of the cecum. Next about the appendix, when it comes, you learn about different position of the appendix. Okay, this is about today's class. Thank you.